Okay guys, welcome to this week's video. I'm actually genuinely curious to see what this time manipulated person has to say. Then again, I'm worried as well, but I guess we'll see what happens. So let's just click turn back time here.
Turn back time. The response shimmers green indicating magical. Responded, turn back time. Red message, first comes curiosity.
Oh my gosh, I swear this is the third time we've had this poem thing.
Red message, second comes desire. Red message, third, I hope you weren't expecting another poem.
Well, can't say I wasn't.
Red message, it's time we spoke. Red message, my name is Alvin Timecrest.
Okay then. Okay, wait, so okay, his name. We finally learned this guy's name. Oh my gosh, guys. Alvin Timecrest. Okay then.
Red message, but this shouldn't come as a surprise to someone who has seen Ezra's memories. Red message, talk to you soon. System message, connection lost. 7 hours 29 minutes 32 seconds. Skip time, the script pocket watch button.
Okay,
lets you access more.
That was surprising. I was not expecting that, but okay then. I've learned nothing more basically. I've learned his name, this guy's, and I still don't know what his motives are, so we'll see, I guess.
Close to the sun.
Okay, let's see what's going on.
3007 chapter 13.
Okay, new chapter then.
Red message, I want for us to be friends.
Okay.
Red message, but we are not there yet.
Yeah, I don't think we are.
Red message, you don't have my trust.
I need your trust.
Red message, I find it harder to trust people after what happened between Ezra and I.
What about my trust, huh? Huh? Isn't friendship supposed to be a two-way thing?
Red message, but before you think I'm the enemy, I'm just someone who wants something.
Uh-huh.
Red message, I want to create a world with the people I care about. Red message, I want to physically cross the boundaries of time so we can meet. I want a day when you'll no longer have to be limited in your words.
Okay.
Red message, I want to bring all the people you care about in Valencia to you.
All fair motives, I guess, but this person is I don't know. What about the stuff you did before?
Red message, we don't have to be enemies. Red message, I want for us both to get what we want. System message, nice to finally talk to you, Alvin. If we're going to be friends, you'll also have to earn my trust, and I have a hard time trusting someone who blocks my messages. 1 of 5 response, the things you want sound pretty good to me. What do I have to do if I want to help you? 2 of 5 what happened between you and Ezra? 3 of 5, what I want is to know about the door. What's it for? Can it bring back the dead? 4 of 5 I noticed I can still collect from Morty. Why is that? 5 of 5.
Okay, so 5 responses, and I don't even know which one to pick.
The things you want sound pretty. What I want is to know about the door. What's it for? Can it bring back the dead? 4 of 5.
I guess this is the most pressing matter. It's the most urgent, you know? I mean, apart from
what I want is to
knowing what happened to Luthor, but there was no options for that, so.
Responded, descriptive help. Red message, the door that you saw leads to the place in between worlds. Alancians call it the void. I call it the network.
Okay then.
Red message, there are a lot of doors here, most of which are locked. Red message, the dead all briefly pass through the network before moving on to where else they go. Red message, Ash and Luthor's parents are dead, but they are with me still. Red message, Riley too.
Huh. Okay. Then are you actually what's the whole thing with bad things behind the door then? Because of Ash's dreams and stuff, I don't know. I don't know if I trust this person.
Red message, there is a chance they can all be revived. Smiley. Red message, there is a chance they can all be revived. Smiley face emoji.
That smiley face, I swear.
Red message, but revivals I perform are not all alike and there will be varying, unknown, side effects depending on how things go. Red message. I make mistakes. I'm not. Red message. I make mistakes. I'm not perfect. I'm human. Red message. With that said, I did manage to mitigate much of Death's logic for Timecrest though, so Luthor and Ash don't have to face severe consequences.
Yeah, Timecrest is basically immortal, like, literally.
System message. Do dead people become blurry? One of two response.
Oh yeah, because, like, didn't Elise say something about that? I don't know.
How come I wasn't able to revive Riley when I revived Ash? Didn't I reverse time? Two of two response.
Again, both pressing matters. I guess the second one, like, Riley, like, no, what happened?
Responded. How come I wasn't able to revive Riley when I revived Ash? Didn't I reverse time? Red message. I kept Riley's soul.
Why?
System message. So, you killed Riley. One of two responses.
Yeah, that's what it's seeming like right here.
I want her back. Two of two response.
Second one?
I want her back. I want her back.
Because, like, he wasn't the one who killed her, but, like, he was the one who kept her dead. Which, why? Why would you do that? Poor Riley, like, she doesn't deserve any of that.
Responded. I want her back. Red message. Now that you know me, you may get to experience a revival in the future.
Okay, hinting at stuff?
Red message. Whether Riley's revival happens is up to what you do going forward.
Why? Okay, it's all up to me now. It's not up to some random person. It's up to me.
Red message. You see, you're quite the exception.
Okay.
Red message. These are supposed to be Luthor's memories. Your memories that Luthor took away. Red message. Yet, you had opportunities to tell Luthor things from your future with Ash. Red message. Like the death of Riley. Red message. The past you didn't know that. The opportunities you had to tell Luthor things from your future with Ash shouldn't exist in these memories.
Okay. That is weird then. I mean, I never really thought about it, because, like, Luthor did say that it was memories, but, like, I don't know, I just thought it was normal.
Red message. I'm from the future timeline too, and I can't change my interactions with Luthor.
Huh. Okay.
Red message. But you can. And you have. Red message. I already noticed that some of the things you have said to Luthor are different than I remembered. Red message. You're more than an observer. Red message. You're more than an observer. You're interacting with memories. Red message. You're an exception. Red message. And this isn't even the first time you interacted with a memory. Red message. And this isn't even the first time you interacted with a memory. Smiley face emoji. Red message. When you and Ash went back in time and witnessed the destruction of Valder, Ash interacted with the past then.
Yeah, that did happen too. So, like, is Ash an exception too, then?
Red message. The Luthor of the future we know saw Ash and remembers Ash being there.
Really? Okay, that is interesting.
Red message. Ezra does too. Red message. Not to mention, Ash learned a spell from him.
Yeah, that too.
Red message. Given everything I observed, you're probably the reason Ash was able to interact with the past.
How though? Because, like, I'm here, Ash was there, I wasn't making Ash do anything? I don't know.
Red message. You and Ash didn't change the past though. Not in a dramatic way, at least.
I mean, maybe it's possible we just didn't try hard enough, or, like, didn't have the abilities.
Red message. And your powers are limited right now. As expected. Nature's rules are hard to break. Red message. You can't interact with the memories stored in the oracles. Red message. When Luthor showed Ash scenes from the past of Julius and Elena, you and Ash weren't able to interact with anything then.
Yeah, that too.
Red message. But just because exceptions didn't occur then or with the oracles doesn't mean your powers can't evolve. Red message. It's risky for me to let you play around in these memories. Red message. You have the ability to interact with them, and if you don't behave the same as before, who knows what could change in the future.
Maybe good things. Maybe Luthor won't destroy Valdra. That would be great.
Red message. Maybe the Luthor I know and like will change. Red message. But it's worth it if you can develop the power to truly change the past. Red message. I like exceptions. I like people who can bend the rules, and I bet you're a rule breaker. System mess. So what's my role, Alvin? What do you want from me? 1 of 4 response. Sorry to disappoint you. I love following rules. 2 of 4
Okay, I actually thought about this the other day, and, like, I do like following rules. I do, Okay, I don't follow rules all the time, but like, if I get a chance to break the rule and it will impact people and make people furious at whatever I did, then I don't like breaking rules, but like, I don't know.
I thought I could change the past already by turning back time.
Yeah.
3 of 4 What do you mean by you can't change your interactions with Luthor? 4 of 4 Cap. So what's my role? Alvin? What do you want from me? Sorry to disappoint. So what?
I guess what's my role? You know, that's...
So what's my role?
We're just gonna ask all the most important questions that, like, need to be answered right now and then see where to go from there. Unless there's just, like, an unending stream of important questions. That could be a possibility.
So what's my red message? I want to include Luthor in on this conversation.
Okay, well...
Red message, but I will say that your role is tied to a Timecrest and the Timecrest's role is tied to you.
Yeah, I kind of got that impression, but like, I don't know. Is that all?
Red message, all I want is for you and Luthor to continue talking to each other.
Really? Because, like, it doesn't seem that's the only thing you want from what you made Luthor do.
System message, 3 seconds. System message, memory descent detected.
Oh, that's interesting. I don't know what that was. Okay.
Descriptive help button. Red message. Red message. Oops. The memory descent is my fault. I must have said too many things to you that I didn't say in the past.
Huh. That's weird.
Red message. I enjoyed the chance to go off script, but the rules have caught up with me. Red message. The memories are moving forward and Luthor is about to wake up soon to a whole new life. Red message. I have been working on a ruler breaker and I just used it on Luthor.
Okay,
Red message. The ruler breaker is meant to show Luthor how his life turns out without me. Red message. You'll see what I mean by that soon enough. Red message. By the way, Luthor did not take the part when I told him he would destroy Valderwell. But you'll see that soon too. Smiley face emoji.
Yeah, you're giving evil vibes again, like, oh my gosh.
Red message. Odd.
What?
Red message. The ruler breaker has paused functions and is presenting an image of Riley and Scarlet.
Okay.
Red message. It wants me to choose between the two. Red message. How interesting. This is new. There weren't options before.
Okay,
Red message. Last time. We saw Luthor living out his life with Riley and his loving family. Red message. I remember he and Ash really bonded. It was cute.
Okay,
Red message. I believe Riley is the option I have experienced before. You have experienced it too, but you just don't remember it right now. Red message. I should choose Riley again. Red message. If I don't want to risk Luthor's memories changing drastically, I should choose Riley.
Is that a bad thing inherently, though?
Red message. I like how Luthor turned out. We both know he ends up working for me in the future you have with Ash.
I don't know.
Red message. I should choose Riley again. Red message, but, ellipsis. Red message. I can't help but be curious about this new Scarlet option. I wonder what will happen. Red message. Besides, even if I keep things the same and choose Riley, there's always the risk that you will do things differently this time around.
That is true. That is very true.
Red message. Even if I choose Riley, Luthor's memories could end up changing. Anyways. System message. 2 seconds. System message. Memory descent detected.
Another one?
Red message. System message. Red message. I can't select Scarlet. Red message. I can only select Riley.
Okay,
Red message. You're quite the exception. The ruler breaker didn't want me to choose. It wanted you. Red message. You're quite the exception. The ruler breaker didn't want me to choose. It wanted you. Smiley face emoji.
This is getting kind of weird.
Red message. I'm betting the new Scarlet option is available because of you and only you can select it.
So many things are changing, it's weird.
Red message. So what will it be? Red message. Riley is the past that is supposed to happen. Red message. And Scarlet is. Well, your guess is as good as mine.
I have to pick? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Last time I had to pick something, someone died. Last time there was just that kind of big choice. Someone ended up dead, so...
System message. I choose Riley. I want... System message. Alvin is waiting.
Oh no, I don't really want to do this, guys.
I choose Riley. I want to know what really happened. 1 of 4 respond. I choose Scarlet. Let's see where this takes us. 2 of 4. I can't choose. It feels like I'm playing God. You sure you can't pick for me? 3 of 4. Tell me more about this rule breaker. What's its name? 4 of 4. I can't choose. It feels like I'm playing God. You sure you can't pick for me?
I guess I'll pick this one because I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I want this guy to pick something, but like, I don't know. Okay, I'll go for this.
I can't choose. It feels like I'm playing God.
Yeah, literally, I don't know. What am I supposed to do? I'm not, like, all-powerful. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Respond. Red message. I can't pick. I can only go with Riley.
I go with Riley then, I guess.
Red message, but I will say, you fit in the role of God quite well.
No I don't, but thanks, I guess.
Red message, you felt the burden of someone with power over another's life and you're still here. You didn't run away from the burden.
Yeah, because there's a chance they can be revived, and also I can't leave my, friends behind. Ash,
System
I'll stick
message.
with you.
Just pick Riley for me. 1 of 2. Okay. Let's see where Scarlet takes us. 2 of 2. Just pick Riley for me.
I did say that before. I don't know. Because the thing is, like, I'm curious to see what the Scarlet Path has because of the fact that, like, well, not the Scarlet Choice, because of the fact that, like, it's, like, new and it could change the past drastically, which is kind of what we're aiming here for here, right? But, like, Riley is the original, and, like, Ash and Luthor do get close, and, like, we have no clue what could happen in the Scarlet Path. Like, really bad things could happen in the Scarlet Path. But, like, we kind of know what's gonna happen in the Riley Path, so, like, I feel like that should
System message.
be...
Just pick Riley for me.
That could be the best choice. I don't know. Okay, guys, fine. I'm picking Riley. Just pick Riley for me.
Just pick Riley for me.
I don't know. I don't fit in this role very well. I don't
responded.
believe you. Okay.
Red message. Our time to chat freely seems to be up.
Okay then. Well, was interesting while it lasted. I don't know.
Red message. The Alvin you'll see from here will be my past self.
Huh.
Red message, but I'll still be observing. I'm interested in seeing what you'll do differently this time around.
Weird.
Red message, and maybe I'll be able to sneak some short private messages here and there with you without a desync. System message. Memory sync initiated. 18 seconds. A palish blue. Descript. Skip time.
Okay, how do I feel about this? I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know what's about to happen. Like, I guess we're gonna talk to Luthor. I don't know what the rule breaker and stuff, and like, I don't really get this. Like, I'm assuming it's not like, what kind of, is it just different like life circumstances that like Alvin was picking? I don't know. I'm confused.
Luthor system message. Memory sync initiated.
We're getting descriptions
Luthor opened
again.
his eyes. He gasped for air and hugged at his chest. Luthor breathed in and out. Luthor breathed in and out. Luthor breathed in and out.
Yeah, we get it.
Luthor breathed in and out.
Okay.
I'm alive.
You seem to be.
I'm alive.
Yes.
He slowly brought his hands to eye level and examined them. Luthor wriggled his fingers. Why are my hands so big? He bolted up, knocking the pocket watch to the ground. Luthor felt his face, arms and legs. He is sitting on a two-seater couch, his long legs draping over one end. Luthor pinched himself. I'm not dead.
Yeah, we got that.
But all my limbs are much longer. My voice. It's different, deeper. What's going on? It's different, deeper. What's going on? Red message. Hello, Luthor. Luthor touched his head. The pocket watch glowed red from the ground.
Huh, okay. Wow.
Time manipulator Kronos?
Yes.
Red message. Yes, I am the time manipulator Kronos you have been trying to contact. Red message. My name is Alvin Timecrest. Finally. Luthor smiled. Finally. I've been trying to contact you for a long time, time manipulator. You're alive, right? You're not just a voice in my head. Red message. I am alive in the space in between worlds. Red message. Alancians use the term the void to refer to this space, but I call it the network. Are you somewhere in the plasma outside the Great Halcyon Barrier? Red message. Beyond the plasma. Maybe I'll be able to show you one day, Luthor.
Weird.
We'll be able to meet in person. Red message. That's what I want, Luthor. Luthor closed his eyes for a moment before opening them again. He smiled deeply and nodded. I want that too.
How'd you smile deeply? I know this is a really random change of subject, but like I've never heard that term used before and I'm just curious. Anyway.
Luthor looked down at the pocket watch, glowing red, and swallowed hard. The blue glow is gone.
I'm still here though, you know.
Where's? Red message. The human you've been speaking with is still around too.
I am.
Red message. We're both here for you. You two know each other now.
yeah, rather sudden. You know, we're besties now. No, we're not, but yeah, no, we are.
System message. Trust me. There's no way between me and Alvin. 1 of 4 responses. Alvin and I are best friends. 2 of 4
I want to say that just for the, like, for the sarcasm, but like,
What's your favorite snack? Alvin. 3 of 4.
I'm sorry, these responses are actually...
Hey Luthor. Alvin asked me to choose between Riley and Scarlet. Riley ended up getting chosen. Just wanted you to know. 4 of...
I don't know, these responses are actually amazing.
Alvin and I are best friends. 2.
I actually...
Trust me. There's no
Okay.
way between me and Alvin. Alvin and I are best friends.
We're not. We're definitely not. I don't know about Alvin. Like, he made Luthor die. He basically forced Luthor to die for, random reasons. And, but like, I don't know, he seems nice and all, but like, I don't know.
Alvin and I are best friends.
I don't think we're best friends, but you know what? I'm gonna pick this just for the sarcasm side of it.
Alvin and I are best friends.
It's just funny. It's just funny. Okay.
Responded. Red message. We are not best friends. Yet.
Yeah, I chose that just for the sarcasm.
Red message. We need to earn each other's trust first.
At least you included me in that sentence this time. Thanks. I feel I don't know. Thanks.
Red message. I would like it if we did become friends.
I don't know. We'll have to see, you know?
Luthor continued to eye the pocket watch. Are you my friend? Time manipulator?
Good question. Are you his friend?
Red message. Call me Alvin. Red message. I would like it if we became friends too. Luthor. Luthor paused for a moment and looked at his surroundings. He found himself in a cozy living room. The room had one window and the sunlight that flooded in from that window lit up most of the room.
Where is this? I genuinely want to know. Like, where is he?
Luthor shook his head. What is this place?
Yeah.
Red message. Explore for a bit and see for yourself. Luthor stood up from the couch. He hit his shin on the small table that sat in front of the couch and almost fell over. A brief look of pain crossed Luthor's face. He took a deep breath and straightened up as he looked around the room. A white cloak.
Okay.
A brief look of pain crossed Luthor's face. He took a deep breath and straightened up as he looked around the room. A white cloak draped over the back of the couch. Luthor picked up the pocket watch from the ground and placed it on the table in front of the couch. The only other pieces of furniture in the room were a shelf, a tall wooden stick with branches and orbs hanging from it, and another small square table with 2 chairs and a vase of fresh flowers on it.
What's with the stick? What?
Luthor eyed the flowers. Lilies. They are the first flowers I gave Riley.
How did you remember that? Oh my god.
Red message. How sweet. Luthor. Smiley face emoji.
Stop using the emojis. It's making it all weird.
Luthor blinked and paused. He shook his head. It wasn't anything special. Some lilies came through the owl report hall. I knew Riley liked flowers, so I gave them to her. Red message. You remember the first flowers you gave Riley. That part is sweet. Red message. The human might agree with me on this one.
Yeah, I agree with you without the emoji. You can, if you take out the emoji, I'll say I agree with you, okay?
System message. It is sweet that you remember. Luthor. 1 of 4. A. Luthor doesn't come off as the sweet type. He's probably gifting Riley so he could use her for information. 2 of 4.
Oh no, that's so mean. Oh my god.
What are the first flowers Luthor gave Riley doing in this house? 3 of 4.
Good question, you know?
Luthor. You destroy all of Valder. 4 of 4
Oh
response.
my, no.
A. Luthor. It is sweet that you remember. Luthor. 1 of 4 responses.
say that.
But it is sweet that you remember.
You know.
Luthor.
Because it is sweet, like, that's sweet that you do remember the first flowers, you know?
Responded. Luthor smiled. I'm surprised I remember.
Yeah, that is kind of surprising. How long ago was it, I wonder?
But I guess it's something I never forgot about. Red message. You seem to value the human's words quite a bit now. Luthor.
Yeah. Well,
Luthor paused.
you know, we're best friends, Alvin. Yeah, okay, anyway.
I'm going to continue looking around.
Okay.
Luthor walked up to the one window in the room and peered outside. He made a weird face when he saw his reflection in the window. A young man with violet eyes stared back at him. He wore a simple sweater that hung loosely around his body.
Okay.
Luthor reached up with both hands and touched his face. The reflection of the young man did the same. I'm an adult now.
Weird. What? Is that what the rule breaker did? It made him, like, switch locations. And it also made him, like, older. What kind of rule breaker is that? What kind of machine can do that? Just like, is this like an AR kind of kit? Like a virtual reality thingy? What? I don't know.
Red message. Yes. A 29-year-old adult.
Oh my gosh, what? That's so weird.
I've aged 16 years. The last thing I remember was... Luthor closed his eyes and swallowed hard. Was hitting the ground after jumping off the Sovereign Eye. Why did you ask me to die? Time manipulator Kronos.
Very, very, very good question. Yeah, but like first I just have to backtrack. Like, he's like basically almost 30 now, right? That is so weird. Like going from like a teenager to like a full freaking adult, like that is weird.
Red message, call me Alvin. Red message, you had to die in order for us to speak freely like this.
Yeah, but like why?
I was born with the name Time Manipulator Kronos Timecrest in my thoughts. You have a different name. Red message, Kronos is the name I give out to everyone. Red message, I don't like to give out my real name.
Why?
Red message, but you, and the human you have been speaking to, can call me Alvin. Smiley face emoji.
I'm sorry, every single time he's gonna use those emojis, I'm just gonna laugh. Like, I swear, it's just actually funny.
This is so strange.
Yeah.
I suddenly feel you're smiling, but I can't even picture a face for you. Luthor touched his head. Luthor touched his head. His eyes still closed. Alvin. Will I ever get to know what you look like? Alvin?
What do you want to know?
Red message, you will. Someday.
Someday.
Luthor opened his eyes. If I'm 29 right now, what happened to my memories of growing up?
Yeah, what?
Red message, the memory loss is a side effect of the roller breaker I used on you, Luthor.
I'm still curious what that rule breaker is. I should have probably asked the question of, like, what it's called when I got the chance, but, it's kind of too late now.
Luthor's eyes snapped open. He moved away from the window and picked up the pocket watch from the table. You used a ruler breaker? Which one? Red message, ruler breaker chronogram.
Oh. That was not what I was expecting. Oh my... What?
Luthor paused.
What? What? I can't take this in. This is so weird.
The chronogram is a ruler breaker. How did you do it?
Yeah. What happened? What?
Luthor looks excited. Red message, we have a brand new ruler breaker in this world thanks to you, Luthor. Red message, the aura container worked. And by placing my time magic inside, the chronogram became a ruler breaker.
How does it work though? Like, what did you do to like alter like the future? Kind of? I don't know. Like what? I'm confused.
Luthor smiled. Did you make the ruler breakers, Alvin? Red message, not all the ruler breakers in Olencia are made by me.
But some of them are?
Is a thing floating above Valder, the one Valdorians call ruler breaker Nemesis, an actual ruler breaker? Red message, yes. The Valdorians were right to call it by such an ominous name. That ruler breaker can shoot down a beam that can level all of Valder.
Yeah, we kind of saw that in action, you know. It was not a pleasant sight.
Luthor looked down at the pocket watch, now small compared to the size of his hands. What does ruler breaker chronogram do now that it's filled with your time magic?
Yes! Oh my gosh, he's asking all the things I'm curious about, guys.
Red message, ruler breaker chronogram allowed me to activate the last power I gained in Olencia one more time for you. Red message, well, a limited version of my last power, but I was still able to aid you quite a bit. Luthor's eyes widened. The last power you gained in Olencia? Red message, the last power I perfected in Olencia, the power Ezra banished me for, was the power to move forward through time in any way I want.
Anyway, so like, I guess it was the whole friggin' move forward through time thing, but like, how'd you get the whole future to change like that? What?
Luthor held his breath for a moment. Amazing. That would explain why I'm older now.
Yeah, but
Luthor paused.
everything else?
Is first mate Ezra still alive, Alvin? Lots of people believe he's dead because no one has seen him for so long.
Oh, he very well is.
Red message. Of course Ezra is alive. Red message. Of course Ezra is alive. I gifted him with eternal life. Red message. Besides, Ezra is the source of life for Alincia. If he's gone from this world, you'll notice it. Alincia will come to an end.
Oh my gosh, that's dark.
Is the first mage going to come after me now that you've activated a power he considers banishment worthy? Red message. The chronogem is used up and no longer a threat in Ezra's eyes. Oh. The chronogem doesn't have any more time magic? Red message. No need to be disappointed, Luthor. We'll turn the chronogem into the ultimate time crystal someday. Red message. Now is just not the right time. Time crystal. System message. Let me explain. Time crystals are dark crystals that emit a pale blue light. They can be used to exchange for items that help skip time forward amongst other things. One of three response.
Oh my gosh, me being the know-it-all.
How come you don't like giving out your real name, Alvin? 2 of 3.
Okay.
Say nothing. 3 of 3.
I mean, both questions. I don't know. You know what? We'll say nothing in this situation. I feel like we've been talking a lot. You know.
Responded. Say nothing. Red message. You're quiet.
Yeah.
Red message. It's very quiet here in the network. Red message. Just know I enjoy it when you speak up.
That's kind of creepy, not gonna lie. Okay.
Red message. The red text was not transmitted. A look of panic settled across Luthor's face. He looked around the room.
Why panic?
The jacket I was wearing the night I jumped off the Sovereign Eye. I don't see it anywhere. It had the chronogem and Ryla's amulet inside. Descriptive help. It had the chronogem and Ryla's amulet inside. Luthor's eyes fell on the white cloak on the couch. He set the pocket watch down on the table again and patted at the cloak with both hands, but found nothing. Red message. Relax, Luthor. The chronogem is inside you. Red message. And you probably gave Riley back her amulet sometime in the last 16 years of your life that you don't remember.
Wait, what? What? What?
Luthor froze. Okay. Luthor took a deep breath. Let's talk about the chronogem first.
Exactly.
What do you mean it's inside me?
Yeah, what?
Are you saying, ellipsis, are you saying I have a ruler breaker inside my body right now?
How is that even possible? Like, what?
Red message. That is exactly what I'm saying.
What? How? How does that even work?
Why is it inside me?
Yeah.
Red message. Even though the time magic inside ruler breaker chronogem is used up, it'll still help defend you against Ezra.
Yeah, but like what? Why?
You said the first mate isn't going to come after me. Red message. He'll come after you once you inherit my time magic. Luthor's eyes widened. He smiled. I'll be able to cast time magic one day. Red message. Stick with me and you will. Alvin, I was babysitting my younger sibling. Red message. Ash. Luthor smiled again. Yes, Ash. I was babysitting him because I wasn't paying attention. An accident happened and now there's a permanent scar on Ash's hand. Luthor paused and swallowed hard. Not only that, the scar hurts from time to time. Will time magic be able to heal Ash's scar? Red message. My time magic doesn't allow me to change the past as I see fit, Luthor. Red message. Turning back time, changing the past, reviving people are all incomplete. Red message. I got banished from Alincia before I could finish my work on them. What if I go back to the day I was babysitting with all my memories of what happened that day? Ryla's amulet is supposed to help store memories. Descriptive help. Ryla's amulet is supposed to help store memories.
Good question. Yeah.
I know it didn't help me remember the last 16 years that just passed by, but I'm hoping this is an isolated incident because Rollerbreaker chronogem's side effect overrode the amulet's power. Regardless, if I can somehow go back in time with my memories intact, can I prevent the accident?
I mean, I don't like if he gets like full control over the time magic, then like he could potentially, but like if like say Alvin's next words, right, are like, no, you need your counterpart to do this or whatever, like so you can actually change the past. I wouldn't be able to help because the thing is I can't control how much I turn back time. So I don't know.
Red message. Tell me, if you didn't know about the horrible accident with Ash, what would you have done differently that day? But I do know about the accident. Now that I know something bad happened, I want to prevent it from happening. Red message. That's not how it works. Red message. I would show you what I mean if I could cast my time magic freely in Alincia. I scarred Ash for life, Alvin. Even if you can't show me, at least tell me what happens if I go back in time knowing about the accident. I need to know what you have to say about this. Red message, think about that day then. Red message, what were you doing and what would you have done differently that day without knowing about Ash's accident? Luthor sat down on the couch, facing the pocket watch on the table, and Luthor sat down on the couch, facing the pocket watch on the table, and closed his eyes. I was frustrated that day. I still couldn't connect to you on the pocket watch. I didn't know what to do about the Valdorian disease. I had sent Model 1 away. Luthor lowered his eyes. I was frustrated, and seeing Model 1 always reminds me of the biggest mistake of my life, so I didn't want to see him that day. Model 1 would have watched Ash. Luthor shook his head. I went to my dad's lab with Ash. Dad always kept tons of empty aura containers around because he is proud of my inventions. I started to cast my magic into the aura containers to help relieve stress, and I turned my back on Ash. Red message, would you have been watching Ash if you weren't so busy relieving stress? Luthor took a deep breath and shook his head. I would have focused on the pocket watch then. Luthor dug one nail into his palm. Watching Ash that day was never my priority. Watching Ash that day was never my priority. Red message, the current state of the turn back time power could allow you to prevent the accident if you were naturally going to watch Ash that day. I see. So just knowing something bad is going to happen is not enough to change the past. I see. Red message, yes. When we go back in time, the options that we are given on how we can change the past are limited. Red message, and you'll find that your body, even your mind, won't listen to you if you try to make drastic changes. Luthor looked at the small indents he left in his palm. Red message, hurting yourself won't help Ash. Luthor. I'm not. Red message, hurting yourself won't help Ash. Luthor. I'm not hurting myself. Red message, if you want me to be honest with you, then you have to be honest with me. Red message, you developed that habit of picking at your hand after the accident with Ash. Luthor paused and swallowed hard. Luthor paused and swallowed hard. I would have burned myself with the same chemical that scarred Ash, but that would have hurt my parents. Luthor shook his head. Luthor shook his head. I should have done it anyways. I should be scarred like Ash too. Red message, like I said, hurting yourself won't help Ash. Is there some other way to help Ash? Red message, what do you think, Luthor? Luthor thought for a bit. What if I could delete Ash's memories somehow? What if I could delete Ash's memories somehow? Vertical scroll bar. What if I could delete Ash's...
Okay, I'm butting in again. I don't know, I swear, I haven't said anything, basically. I don't really know what to say about this. Like, it's just, like, I'm just kind of taking everything in. But, like, I don't know, I guess that could be a good idea with, like, the memory, like, deleting memories and stuff. Like, you did do that. Like, you did develop a serum, but, like, the thing is, how could you, you did develop memory deletion somehow, because you apparently deleted my memories, but like, how, I wonder how it's controlled, like, how do you control what to delete, okay.
Ash's pain is caused by the memory of the accident. It won't make the scar fade, but I always thought deleting Ash's memory of the accident would make the pain go away. Red message, I think you're on the right track. How do I get started? Red message, there were so many powers that I wanted to perfect that I never had time to research deleting memories. Red message, memory deletion could have so many applications, like the ability to erase traumatic events from someone's mind like you'll be doing for Ash. Red message, I think you're on the right... Red message, there were so many powers that I wanted... Red message, or erasing spells your enemies have learned.
Sure, but...
Luthor paused before smiling. Luthor paused before smiling. He leaned forward on the couch, tapping both feet on the ground. Red message, eager to get started on researching. I see. Luthor nodded. I finally feel like I can move forward with other things now that I have connected to you, Alvin. I can put my focus into researching how to isolate and delete the memory of the accident, since I know now that turn back time is a dead end. Red message, I'll still be working on perfecting the turn back time power. Yeah, the power to truly change the past would be awesome. I'll be working... Yeah, the power to truly change the past would be awesome. I'll be working on memory deletion then. System message, have you been developing the power to change the past in me, Alvin? Because I think I'm developing that power, sort of. These are memories and I can do things differently in them. 1 of 3 I'm cheering for you, Luthor. I know you'll find a way to help Ash. 2 of 3 all of these powers sound kind of dangerous. I just wouldn't want anyone to end up getting hurt. 3 of 3 response.
I kind of feel like I want to go for the third one in this case, because of the fact that, like, it is true. Like, the whole thing with, like, memory deletion and all, like, it just... and like all the side effects that like have been talked about in like the past and everything, like it's just like with turn back time and all, I don't know, like, you know, it does sound dangerous.
All of these powers sound kind of dangerous. I just wouldn't want anyone to end up getting hurt. 3. Responded. Luthor lowered his gaze and swallowed hard. I'll have to be careful. I don't want my experiments to end up killing someone again. Descriptive. I don't want my... Luthor looked at the pocket watch at the red pulsating low. Descriptive. It may slow things down, but I think the trade-off of not hurting others is worth it.
It is.
Red message. You don't have to justify your methods to me, Luthor. Red message. This is your life. Red message. You're the one who should decide how you want to live it. Descriptive help. Luthor. Red message. You're the one who should decide how you want to live it. Luthor paused before nodding. Luthor squeezed the couch cushions. Speaking of powers, how did I come back from the dead? You said reviving people was a power you were still working on before you were banished. Red message. The human brought you back to life. Descriptive. Red message. The human brought you back to life. Luthor looked at the red glow pulsating from the pocket watch sitting on the table in front of him. Luthor looked at the red glow pulsating from the pocket watch. When I realized the person I connected to on the watch wasn't you, Alvin, I thought it was some sort of accident that I connected with someone else. Red message. There was no accident, Luthor. Red message. Fate connected you with this particular human.
Okay.
Luthor lowered his gaze. I never liked the idea of fate.
It is scary to think about.
Descriptive. Thinking that something else out there could be controlling my destiny made me feel even more stuck in the life I was living inside the quarantine zone. Red message. You don't have to believe in fate for it to affect you, Luthor. And fate can be good to us, Luthor. Red message. I like this human counterpart you got. Counterpart? Like the Timecrest of the human world. Red message. Not quite. The human. Red message. Not quite. The human doesn't share my genetics. Red message. Your counterpart is someone fate wanted you to connect with. Red message. And it's up to both of you to decide what you want to do with this connection now. Luthor paused. You say my counterpart has the power to revive me. How does it work? Red message. Your death triggers your counterpart's ability to cast magic in Alencia. Red message. Upon your death, your counterpart can turn back time and revive you. Descriptive help. Red message. Upon your... Red message. And there isn't a good loophole that allows you to use your counterpart's power to save Lieutenant Zone Val Sully. Luthor looked at the pocket watch. Can you read my mind, Alvin? Descriptive help.
Kind of seems like it sometimes. Guess they know each other
Red
well.
message. You don't have... Can you read my mind? Red message. You don't have to believe me when I say this, but I can't read minds. I just know you, Luthor.
You literally asked me the same question.
Luthor paused for a moment. I believe you. Red message. Good. But just know that you won't hurt my feelings if you don't believe what I say. How come my counterpart's powers can't help me save the lieutenant? Descriptive help. How come my counterpart's power... I can't help prevent Ash's scar because I wasn't naturally going to watch Ash that day. But I naturally didn't use the test to cure on the lieutenant.
Yeah.
Red message. In order to save the lieutenant, you would have to shut down Model 1.
Oh.
Red message. Shut down or lock away. I think either way. Red message. Shut down or lock away. I think either way could work. Red message. And doing something to Model 1 would affect many things, so there will be unintended consequences. Red message. Someone else will probably sacrifice themselves in the trials to save you. For instance.
Oh no.
Luthor lowered his gaze. I don't think that's going to be a problem I have to worry about. I don't think that's going to be a problem I have to worry about. I can't bring myself to lock up Model 1. How's locking my friend away better than shutting him down and killing him?
Yeah.
Red message. That's the idea. It is... Red message. That's the idea. It isn't supposed to be better or it wouldn't be a consequence. Luthor paused and shook his head. I see. So I have to choose either to kill Model 1 or the lieutenant. Red message. The past, once it has happened, will try to happen in the same or similar ways, no matter how's locking... I don't... Luthor paused. Red message. That's the idea.
Wait.
I see. Red message. The past, once it has happened, will try to happen in the same or similar ways, no matter how many times we go back. Red message. And trying to prevent something bad from happening typically comes with a price. Red message. Even if you could prevent Model 1 from testing the cure on the lieutenant, Model 1 will just test the cure on the next person sick with Valdorian disease. What if I just destroy the cure I made? Red message. You wouldn't have naturally destroyed the cure. Similar to the Ash situation, you'll be prevented from doing this. I wouldn't naturally kill Model 1 either. Read message, then you can't save the lieutenant. I see. Luthor took a deep breath and nodded. I see. Luthor thought for a bit. Does my counterpart have to pay any price for bringing me back?
I have to press a button. No, I don't.
Read message, your counterpart can break the rule of death for you without any serious consequences.
Serious? I mean, for me, I don't have consequences, but for you, you do have consequences. Which isn't the best sometimes.
Read message, it was as far as I got to getting revival magic to work correctly before my banishment. That makes me pretty hopeful, actually. Read message, you should be hopeful. Like I said, turning back time, changing the past and revival are all powers I'm very invested in perfecting. I remember my counterpart mentioned being able to freeze time too. Read message, yes. I remember your counterpart mentioning that too. Read message, if it's true, then fate was really good to you, Luthor. It connected you. Read message, if it's true, then fate was really good to you, Luthor. It connected you with a human who has a high aptitude for magic.
Huh.
Do you believe my counterpart can freeze time? Read message, I believe in this counterpart. Yes. I'm sure your
Oh my
Read
god,
message,
just
I
stop.
believe in this counterpart. Yes. I'm sure your counterpart would make a powerful mage in Lindsay or the human world if we can unlock magic there.
That would be pretty cool.
An expression of awe spread across Luthor's face. Read message, it's incredibly rare for a counterpart to develop powers beyond turn back time. Read message, I would love to see a demonstration of your counterpart's ability to freeze time one day. System message. Read. I froze time once. I don't know if I can do it again. One of two if you're lucky. Ezra was quite impressed when I froze time. 2 of 2 respond. I froze time once. I don't know if I can do it again. I
I'll
froze.
say this because it is true. Like I
Clock.
haven't gotten a
Gears.
chance. I haven't gotten a chance to do it before. I mean,
700.
no, not before. Since.
Luthor narrowed. Respond. Luthor narrowed his eyes. When did you freeze time?
Yeah, that
When you told me you could freeze time, I thought it was just a power you had like turn back time, but hadn't used yet. Read message, Luthor, I believe this human is from a different timeline, a future timeline.
Okay. Am I? I don't know.
Read message, knows things about your future. Read message, but somehow.
Oh,
What do you mean
there.
reliving the
Like that? Yeah, I am from a future timeline. I thought they meant like literally, like in years. I don't know.
What do you mean reliving? Read message, but somehow. Read
Wait, where
message,
am I?
knows things about your future. Read message, but somehow. The human has forgotten about the time you two spent together in the past, this past, and is now reliving that time.
Yeah.
What do you mean reliving the past? Read message, like a memory. Luthor pinched the bridge of his nose. Luthor pinched the bridge of his nose. After a while, he shook his head. I remember my counterpart mentioning things about my future. I get what it means to be from a future timeline. But the memory part sounds crazy. Are you saying everything that has happened is a memory? Are you saying everything that has happened is a memory? That I'm a memory? Am I even real then? Read message, I can't speak for the human, but you and I are from the same timeline. Read message, so everything is real to me and I'm sure it's been real to you. Luthor looked at the pocket watch. Everything that has happened to us so far, is it real to you or do you actually think it's just a memory? System mess. These are the memories you took away from me, Luthor. One of two or everything feels real to me, Luthor. And you're not alone. This has been a pretty crazy journey for me too, but everything feels very real. 2 of 2 respond.
Okay, I'm definitely like feeling more the second response. Because the thing is, like, this doesn't feel like a memory. It doesn't feel like a memory because, like, the memory articles, as you guys saw, you're literally just scrolling through, like, things that other people have experienced, their thoughts, blah, blah, blah. Like, this is literally just more like talking to Ash. Like, it doesn't feel like, I kind of think I have to be reminded of the fact that this is supposed to be a memory for me to actually remember. Like, it just feels like talking to Ash, so...
Everything feels real to me.
Everything
Luthor,
does feel
everything
real. Everything does definitely feel real. It does not feel like a memory.
Responded.
I mean, maybe that's just also because I can't remember it. But even so, it doesn't feel like a memory. Because, like, you know, I can pick choices, you react to those choices, blah, 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 you know?
Luthor took a deep breath and smiled a little. I was a little afraid of what your answer would be.
No need.
I'm glad to hear everything feels real to you, but I'm going to have to repeat all of this sounds crazy to me.
You're not alone in that.
Red message, you're alive after jumping to your death. Luthor. Red message, welcome exceptions that happen in our lives. Luthor paused. He sighed as he looked at the pocket watch. I don't know if I can wrap my head around this whole memory thing. My counterpart being from a future timeline. I've come to expect extraordinary things when the watch is involved, but, ellipsis. But I just don't know what to think about this, my life, being a memory. Red message, you're actually living your life right now. This is just red message, you're actually living your life right now. This is our present timeline. It's red
Oh
message.
my gosh, sorry.
Red
Where am
message,
I?
you're actually living your life right now. This is our present timeline. It's just different for your counterpart. That's all. Red message, I don't have more to say on this subject, but do you want to sit here and think about it? Luthor tilted his head upwards and leaned back against the couch. After a while, he shook his head. No. I want to move forward. I want to continue moving forward always. Red message, good, Luthor. Smiley face emoji. Why did you give my counterpart time magic and not me? I'm not jealous and I'm certainly glad to be alive. I'm just curious. Red message, your counterpart can't safely use my powers without much interference from Ezra. Right. The first mage will come for me if I inherit your time magic. But you just said that the chronogem will protect me, right? Red message, the chronogem inside you will fend him off for a bit, but Ezra will try to kill you if you continue working for me. Red message, he doesn't like exceptions happening in Lindsay and time magic creates many exceptions. Can I even die though? I don't even remember feeling any pain after I jumped off the Sovereign Eye. Red message, I took away your pain.
Okay. Wow.
Oh.
That's
Thanks.
what you call power. Oh my god.
Red message, it's such a wonder to see Timecrests coming back from any death. Red message, before he realized how futile it was, King Janos did a number of things to Timecrests. Red message, I've seen Timecrests suffocated, electrocuted, ripped to shreds, you name it. A Timecrest has died from it.
That sounds so painful. Oh my word.
Red message, I've taken quite a liking to death from a long fall. It's interesting seeing people contemplate their end.
That's dark. That is very dark.
Luthor put one hand over his stomach and one hand over his mouth. Red message, Timecrests can come back from any premature death. Red message, they will feel the pain of each death if I don't take it away, but Timecrests can pretty much come back from anything.
Wow.
Red message, but you won't survive Ezra without the chronogem. Red message, you can die of age or if your human counterpart doesn't choose to revive you from a premature death. Red message, Ezra knows this so he won't kill you in the literal sense. Red message, Ezra will keep your body alive, but he'll take away your emotions and thoughts. You'll be locked away until you die of age.
Oh my word.
Red message, this method avoids triggering your counterpart's powers and it takes away your abilities to fight back against Ezra yourself.
That sounds so... Oh my gosh.
Luthor's eyes widened. Ezra can take away emotions and thoughts.
That is more power. Oh my gosh. These people are so powerful.
Red message, that's what he did to previous Timecrests. Red message, Ezra doesn't like getting involved with Timecrests, but he will when he believes they are someone who will create many exceptions. Janos also mentioned there were more Timecrests before me. Janos also mentioned there were more Timecrests before me. How did I become a Timecrest? Red message, a Timecrest's death initiates the next set. Red message, that's why Ezra will keep your body alive for as long as possible so that he doesn't have to deal with a brand new Timecrest. What do you need me and my counterpart for, Alvin? Red message, I want you two to keep talking to each other. Red message, even though you and your counterpart are from different worlds and different times, you share an invisible bond.
Huh, what? Okay.
Red message, this bond links Valencia to my world and lets me return to the human world in my own timeline. What if we stop talking to each other? Verticals, what if we stop talking? Red message, anytime you close the pocket watch, anytime the human stops connecting with you, this bond is broken and the door to my world closes.
Okay.
Red message, it would help me if you and your counterpart got along. Smiley face. Red message, it would help me if you and your counterpart got along. Smiley face emoji. Red message, but I also don't mind if you or the human decided you don't ever want to speak with the other again. Red message, I don't need to return to my world at the moment. Red message, and if the connection between you two is broken, I can't just wait for the next set of Timecrest and counterpart for the door to be open again. There must be more you want from my counterpart and me than just talking.
Yeah, yeah.
Red message, there are other things I'd like you and your counterpart's help on, Luthor. Red message, I'll tell you what they are in future conversations. System message, how did Ash become a Timecrest? One of two System message, Luthor is waiting. Given how much you two talk about me, have you considered asking me what my name is? 2 of 2. How did Ash become a Timecrest? 1 of 2 respond.
Yeah, I'm curious about that. Like, wow, yeah, because, like, Luthor is still alive. Like, Luthor is still alive in Ash's timeline, so...
How did Ash become a
Ash become a Timecrest?
Responded. Read message. I know how Ash became. System message. Memory descent detected.
Oh, come on.
24 seconds.
No.
Descriptive.
No, we were so close. Okay, I need to catch up on some stuff while this timer is taking place because I really haven't talked at all. It's weird. It is weird. This is very weird. This whole, like, going forward in time, the whole timeline, discussing timelines, and, like, the fact that, like, this is all memories, and at the same time, it's all happening right now, but it's not happening right now. Yeah, but that's...
3 seconds.
You know.
System.
Okay,
Gift
come on.
Skip. 30 seconds.
Oh my god, what?
System message. Memory sync initiating. System message. Memory sync initiated. System message. Memory descent detected.
Okay, well... I'm assuming we're not gonna get to find out how Ash became a Timecrest, which is really annoying, guys. I was genuinely curious. But, oh well, I guess.
System message. 8 seconds.
Come on.
Descriptive.
Come on. We can get through 8 seconds, you know? Also, I'm liking this turn of events, but I'm also not liking it. Like, I feel like there's something that we're not being told, and I don't know if I want to know what it is.
Red message. Ash is not a Timecrest.
Okay.
Red message. There can only be one Timecrest in Olyncia at a time, and it's Luthor.
Well, yeah, well, okay, this is also so weird. Oh my gosh, we're talking to 2 versions of one person. Like, one version of that person knows what we want to know, can talk, is watching themselves in the past talk. And I don't know, guys, I can't even wrap my head around this, like, yeah.
But if my counterpart is from the future, or something, could Ash have become a Timecrest somehow?
Ash did become a Timecrest somehow.
Red message. It would be quite the exception.
It
Smiley.
is.
Red message. Regardless. I don't have the answer for you right now. Red message. Would you like it if Ash became a Timecrest? Luthor.
Good question.
Yeah. I think I would.
Huh.
It would be nice to have someone here that I can relate to.
Yeah, because you are, like, the only one, like, that is great.
But having you and my counterpart to talk to helps a lot already. Luthor pulled at his sweater and got up off the couch. I was so wrapped up in our conversation I forgot I'm an adult now. An adult with no memory of the past 16 years of my life.
That is so much. Like, okay. If it was 1 or 2 years, that would still be really, really bad, but, like, it would be kind of livable. 16 years! 16 years of your life you can't remember. Like, what? Good luck.
Red message. What do you think of your new life, Luthor?
I mean, the most he's done is walk around and sit on a couch, so I don't know.
Luthor rolled up his sleeves and looked at his arms. Luthor rolled up his sleeves and looked at his arms. Luthor sighed. I'm still a stickman. I wish I filled out more like my dad. Red message. You're young, Luthor. You have lots of time to work out. Luthor looked back at the couch. He picked up the white cloak, running his hand over the fabric. This is a quality cloak. It reminds me of the one that the Masters. Luthor paused as he ran his hand over 2 symbols stitched into the cloak. Wind and earth. Luthor put on the cloak. Luthor put on the cloak. It fit. Luthor smiled a little. Am I a master?
That is a good timeline to be born into. Like, of all the things, you're born into a time, well, not born, but you're brought into a timeline where you're, like, a really powerful figure. Like, oh my gosh. I mean, I know he's, like, the master of time in, like, Ash's timeline, but still. Like,
Luthor shook his head.
Now he's, like, the master of 2 elements.
Or do you think this is a costume I bought for myself? Red message. I believe you're the real deal, Luthor Timecrest. So I'm a master now.
Wow. Well,
Luthor touched his cloak.
Lucky you, I guess.
This cloak feels awesome. It's pretty cool waking up as a master of 2 elements, to say the least.
Yeah, exactly.
Luthor picked up the pocket watch from the table and walked over to the window. I wonder if there have been any new Masters of Wind or Earth in the past 16 years. If not, then I would have replaced Master of Wind Mila Creed and Master of Earth Toka Tenerin. Luthor smiled as he saw his reflection with the Master's cloak on. He peered outside. Luthor saw a quiet street lined with a row of idyllic cobblestone houses. Windows of most houses were left wide open and, just as there were plenty of open windows, there was an abundance of flowery plants that climbed up the walls, creating organic art on the sides of people's houses. I don't see the Valdorian quarantine wall in the distance. Are humans free now? Red message. It's possible. 16 years. Red message. It's possible. 16 years have passed. You don't remember it.
Oh my gosh.
Red message. It's possible. 16 years have passed. You don't remember it, but you still did things during that time. My body was moving around by itself all that time. My body was moving around by itself all that time. That's strange to think about.
It is.
Red message. Yes. You did live these past 16 years, doing things as you would have naturally done. Red message. Humans could be free because of you. Luthor pressed himself against the window. I really don't see a wall. Red message. Seems like you have a pretty good life now, Luthor.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. It seems like I'm a master of 2 elements. And I don't know if I was the one who freed the humans, but if we're free then it's good. No matter how it happened.
Yeah, it is. Okay. I am afraid that I'll have to end it here because, we have run out of time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I definitely have. I don't even know what to think of Alvin though, because, like, he seems okay, but, like, I don't know. He does seem nice. He genuinely does seem nice, but also, like, I don't know. Like, there is something, like, I don't know. I don't know. It can't all be good, you know what I mean? But, I guess we'll see in the next video, you know? If there's anything else to, you know, worry about. But, you know, this video is, like, the first one that, like, nothing completely horrifying has happened. So that's rather good, if I do say so myself. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you know when we upload the next video in this crazy series. And drop a like if you enjoyed. See you guys next time. Bye.